last evening, RCMP officers from Guysborough responded to a 911 call at a residence in Upper Big Tractate. Upon arrival, officers located 4 deceased individuals inside the home. 3 females, ages 52, 31, and 10, and a 33-year-old male appeared to have died from apparent gunshot wounds. However, the Nova Scotia Medical Examiner's Office will conduct autopsies to confirm cause of death. The male's gunshot wounds appear to be self-inflicted, and there were no signs of forced entry to the residence. Presently, 2 firearms have been located. However, the search of the scene is still ongoing. I extend my condolences to the families and to the Upper Big Tractate community. I know the loss of these lives will deeply impact all of you. The RCMP Major Crimes Unit has taken over the investigation to determine the circumstances that led to this tragic situation. I can take some questions.
Will you be releasing the names of the other victims?
We will not be releasing names due to the Privacy Act.
Could you tell us if the RCMP or other agencies have been called to that house before?
This is an ongoing investigation, and I am not able to provide any information on that this time.
Could you tell us if it's correct to refer to this case as an apparent murder-suicide?
As you can appreciate, this is an ongoing investigation. At this time, we're not looking at other arrests, but the investigation is ongoing.
What about the weapons involved? Can you tell us anything about that, whether or not they were legal and who owned them?
I cannot speak to the firearms at this time. It's still early in the investigation, and that matter is still under investigation.
How long were the individuals deceased when police found them?
I can't answer that. We don't have that information.
Is there any idea, I guess family is obviously saying who these individuals are and that the man who died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound had suffered from PTSD. What can police say to that end? Because obviously that's a major concern.
We don't have any answers to that right now. Obviously, this is an ongoing investigation in a very tragic situation, and therefore some of those answers just can't be given at this time.
Are you working with military officials at all?
No, we are not.
Could you tell us how you were alerted to what had happened there?
2 individuals attended to the residence, found the deceased, and called 911 immediately.
Could you tell us who those 2 individuals were?
No, I cannot.
Were they relatives?
I cannot confirm that at this time.
How was it known so early on that there'd be no further threat to the public? Because that announcement came out rather quickly last week.
Given the circumstances of the investigation, it is believed that this is an isolated incident and not something that would be a threat to the public.
How are police handling this situation? Because obviously there's and first responders, obviously there's a child involved. I'm assuming it's a pretty horrific thing for anyone to investigate. How are first responders reacting to this?
Absolutely, this is incredibly tragic for everyone involved. Resources are available and support is being provided for all first responders and anybody involved in the investigation.